Most people assume their U.S. visa interview is the moment the decision gets made. But what if I told you that, in many situations, the officer has already formed an impression of your case before you even step up to the window? And those 2 or 3 minutes at the interview are not really about telling your whole life story. They are about confirming or challenging what is already sitting in front of them. Today, I am going to take you behind the scenes of what actually happens inside a U.S. consulate. And once you understand this, it will change the way you prepare completely. Hi, I am Mr. Zubair, and thank you for joining me on U.S. Visa News Daily. On this channel, I share the inside perspective on how U.S. immigration really works, what officers look for, what happens, what matters, and what most people misunderstand. And this video is one of the most important ones you can watch because most people prepare for their U.S. visa interview in the wrong way entirely. Let us begin with the biggest misconception. Your case does not start at the interview window. By the time your number is called, the officer has already reviewed your file. They have looked at your DS-160, your travel history, and they may have access to earlier visa applications, prior interview notes, and internal systems. So when you walk up, you are not starting from zero. You are stepping into a situation where the officer already has a working impression of your case. That does not mean the decision is final, but it does mean they are already thinking, does this case make sense? Are there any concerns? What do I need to clarify? And this is where many people go wrong. They walk in thinking, I will just explain everything once I am there. But the officer is not there for long explanations. They do not have that kind of time. They are there to confirm what they already see or quickly spot issues. So if your answers do not match your application, that creates friction right away. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Please consult a licensed immigration attorney for guidance specific to your situation. Now, let us talk about how officers really think. They are not looking for perfect answers. They are trained to look for patterns, consistency, credibility, logic, and most importantly, risk. So in every interview, even if it feels simple, they are asking themselves, does this person have a reason to return home? Does their story make sense? Is anything unclear or inconsistent? Does anything not add up? And here is something very important. If something is unclear, it does not get the benefit of the doubt. It often gets treated as a concern because officers do not have time to investigate your case during the interview. They have to make a decision right there and then. Now let us talk about the speed of the interview, because there is one thing that frustrates everyone. They say, my interview was so short, or they say they were asked only 1 or 2 questions. And people walk away thinking, did I even get a fair chance in that interview? Well, here is the reality. Officers are under intense time pressure. They may be interviewing 80, 100, even 150 people in a single day. So they are trained to ask focused questions, gather key information, and make decisions quickly and efficiently. This is not a long conversation. This is a fast evaluation. And that is why long answers hurt you. Rambling hurts you, and over-explaining hurts you. The strongest answers are clear, direct, confident, and aligned. Now let us talk about how decisions are actually made, because it is not based on one perfect answer. It is based on an overall impression. Think of it like a puzzle. The officer is quickly putting together your job, your income, your travel plans, and your ties to your home country and asking, does everything fit together logically? Does this make sense? If it does, that builds confidence. And if something does not, even slightly, that creates doubt. And doubt is extremely dangerous in a visa interview because the officer does not have time to resolve it. They have to make a decision with what they have right in front of them, or what they see on their computer. Now, let us talk about why people actually get denied. Most people are not denied because they lied. They are denied because of inconsistency, poor wording, nervous answers, or lack of clarity. For example, someone might say they are traveling for tourism, but when asked what they are doing, their answer is vague or unclear. That creates doubt. Or they say one thing on their application and then phrase it just a little differently during the interview. To them, it feels like they are saying the same thing, but to the officer, it can look like a red flag. And remember, the officer is not going to stop and analyze your intention. They are going to react to what they hear in that moment. So what should you do differently? Stop trying to perform. Focus on alignment. You need to know your application, understand your story, anticipate the key questions, and answer clearly and consistently. Because when your answers align naturally, you do not sound rehearsed, you sound credible, and credibility is what leads to approvals. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Always consult a qualified immigration attorney before making any decisions about your visa application. If this helped you understand what really happens behind the scenes in the consulates, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment below. Frustrated if you have ever walked out of a visa interview feeling like you did not get a fair chance. I read every comment, and your experience matters. My name is Mr. Zubair. This is U.S. Visa News Daily. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I will see you in the next video.